Virgo, how goes it? I hope you guys are doing well. If this is your first time checking out Julia Devine's channel, what is up? I'm Amy. If you're returning, welcome back. Definitely a great message to say the least for you guys today. So let's just dig in. We're going to start off with your Oracle card. So it says, Ascended Masters, powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over you and guiding you. So that's awesome. Know that you're not alone. Know that you have, even when you can't see, you got people behind you. People got your back. So let's see what's going on here. Sorry, guys. Just give me 1 second. I mixed up my cards. There you go. So I feel like for a lot of you, lately it's been about looking back on where you've been. Maybe you're going back down memory lane, maybe thinking about, if you could have changed something, would that have changed where you are now? If you stopped something, would you still be where you are? I feel like you're doing a lot of reflecting from the past. Not necessarily going back years, could just be going back months or even weeks, but it's just you going back and reevaluating something. I feel like when it's okay to go back and reflect and look back and see how far you've come. Just don't stay there. So you have the Knight of Pentacles. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you're just looking back. This could be looking back on someone that you wanted to have a relationship with and it just wasn't the right time. And maybe you got yourself in a relationship, maybe they got themselves in a relationship, and now the other person is kind of looking back and saying, I should have given this person a try, because now I'm miserable, now I'm upset because now I'm by myself. That's the other message coming through, Virgo. Maybe someone is second guessing their decision to not give you that chance. Maybe they're second guessing, shit, I should have given them the chance. Now I missed out on my opportunity. And now they're kind of second guessing that, right? That could be it too. But I feel like where you are in your life right now, Virgos, it's the most important that you just work on you. Get yourself solid, get yourself improved, get yourself to where you want to be. Because with the Queen of Swords, this is a time to just focus, refocus on something. If there's a hobby, if there's, a job or a career or something that you want to manifest, something you want to work towards, that's what I'm feeling like you guys need to do. Because you guys are going to shine. Whatever this is, whatever you're going to figure out, you're going to shine through it. It's going to happen. Like, it's going to explode. You're meant to do it. I feel like you're rocking your own life right now. This is about ambition. This is about you knowing that you have it going on. This is about you shining your own light. This is about you being in your own element, being in your own, your own zone. I feel like this is you putting down what you want. This is you getting what you want. Moving forward. Thinking long-term, preparation, planning. Looking out into the future and saying, I want this and I want that and I want that. Well, that's great. But what are you going to do to get there? That's what I'm feeling, Virgo. You have to have a plan. You have to have something set in motion to work towards. It's awesome to say, I want a Ferrari or I want a mansion. But, unless you win the lottery or, you have luck on your side, you really need to work hard for the things that you want to have in life. And I feel like that's kind of the message for you guys, is you need to think long and hard on what you want. You need to look forward instead of behind. You need to focus on where you're going instead of where you've been. Because you guys have a choice. You guys have a path. You have decisions to make with the Two of Wands. This is, this is planning again. This is like that first, sitting down and deciding, okay, what do I want? And working towards that. This is choosing. And you know what? I like the Two of Wands, because the Two of Wands is kind of that you're gonna have a plan, and you're gonna come down and you're gonna write some jot notes, and you're gonna think. What you're not gonna put into that plan is that you're gonna hit those obstacles, you're gonna hit those challenges. And I feel like with the Two of Wands, it doesn't matter which path you choose, because both paths will have a challenge. They will have an obstacle, but it's going to be up to you to decide how you're going to get through that. Are you going to allow this obstacle, this challenge, to keep you from getting what you want? Because on the other side of that obstacle and challenge is your future. So it's like you just need to walk through it with your head held high, have that confidence in yourself to get to the other side, because you are very confident and you can do this, Virgo. I believe in you. But it's all about choices. It's all about decisions, and it's about the path that you want to take. Do you want to continue living the life you're living, or do you want to make a life worth living, right? Because we have changes. We have things that are ending with a death card. But these things aren't going to happen until you really believe in yourself. And I can't stress that enough, that this is a primal stage for a lot of you, just sitting down and making that plan and saying, you know what, I have to have, confidence in myself. I have to believe in myself, because I am in the driver's seat of my own life, and I have that decision. I have that choice to choose this path. I have cycles that are ending, but I also have things that are, beginning, and I want to enjoy this next stage of my life. Because where you guys are going is you're going to be celebrating. You're going to be happy. You're going to be partying. You're going to be, you're going to have all these blessings, all of these abundances coming through. But it's you accepting the fact that you don't have to be a doormat anymore. You don't have to have people walking all over you. Look out for the new you. That's what they're telling me. Because you're going to have a whole bunch of new interests coming through. Once you start putting that time and that energy on yourself and on focus on what you want to do, you're going to have luck on your side. New love relationships are forming. We have the Two of Cups. Be more understanding that not everyone feels the same way as you. Be more understanding that not everyone has the same opinions as you. Be understanding that everyone has their own path, has their own things that they've been through. But that shouldn't define them. Everyone has flaws, And I feel like that is what the message is. You need to attract what you want. If you want a loving, committed, honest relationship, then that's got to start with you. You got to be loving. You got to be honest. I'm not saying you got to be perfect, because there's no such thing as a perfect person. But you got to know within yourself that you're strong, that you can withstand anything. This talking about marriages as well. We've had the marriage card come up a couple times in my readings with some of the zodiac signs. So it looks like Virgos could be touching down and settling down for once. It's about patience. It's about healing. It's about balance. It's about letting things just unfold naturally. Don't rush it, As long as you're taking care of yourself, as long as you're focused on yourself, as long as you're doing what you need to do to be a better person for you, then the other things are just going to fly at you. They're just going to happen. They're just going to come towards you. But Virgos, what you put out into the universe is going to come back to you. And I can't stress that enough. Be the person that you want to be with. If you're toxic, if you're negative, if you're upset all the time, if you're going to attract that. You don't want that. This is about karma. This is about justice. Letting God handle stuff. What goes around comes around. When someone does you wrong, that's on them. Don't keep that energy. 8 of Cups. Moving on, seeking more and letting go. Continue looking at your future, because your future is bright. Continue moving forward, because what you have left behind, what you have walked away from, you needed to get to where you are. You needed to change your direction, change your course, change your mindset. You are where you are because you're meant to be here. With that, your oracle card says, Goddess of the Moon, intuition going within. This card shows an eternal spirit holding the bright reflective moon and standing in front of the crystal clear waters of a sparkling waterfall. Her arms are stretched Upward, receiving light of the moon, the light of inspiration. This card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insight from your soul's point of view. Sorry, guys. Oh. Receiving the card upright tells you that you have the power to get intuitive information on all types of issues, and now is the time to use it. The goddess of the moon brings you all sorts of information, from the mundane to the spectacular. For instance, you could get the urge to take on a different route home from work and find out later that you avoided a 3-hour traffic jam. Or you might have an idea for a great invention, a stock investment, or a spilling blinding novel. This card could also indicate a significant blossoming of psychic ability and mediumship, even on a professional level. You've always been blessed with this ability to connect, but this card is telling you now that you have the perfect time to open up. Get ready for this amazing inspiration. This begins. That's beautiful. So one more oracle card, postcard from Spirit, says, Dear Stu, we're a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journeys. We communicate to you through the language of oracles, dreams, signs, metaphors, and omens. In your life on Earth, however, clarity in your communication is essential to being understood. You don't speak in symbols, and if you did, you would definitely confuse things. Right now, you're facing a situation in which you're being asked to have integrity. Be clear and learn how to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person, organization, or even us to answer you. When you follow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer in your favor. Affirmative, we say, loving you so very much. Interesting. What a great reading. Let me know how it resonates. Hit me up in the comments. Like, subscribe if you haven't. If you guys would like a personal, all my information is up above. I will see you guys the second half of September, Virgo. Take care.